Hi guys, I'm Cade Laporte from project management class, and my project was to build a basketball court. The first step in building a basketball court is going to be to cut the grass and the dimensions of the basketball court that you want to cut and make. I chose to do a professional size court, so we're going to cut the rectangle and the professional court dimensions. After that, the grass is going to be cut real low to the ground. We're going to level off the ground and make sure that it's just dirt on top, and it's going to be like mostly flat, as flat as that we can make it, and that's going to be based on the professional court dimensions. The second step is then going to be to pour the cement into the ground. We're going to do it over the dimensions of which we cut the grass and leveled off on the ground. We're going to pour the cement right over that into the border that we make to make sure that the cement is then poured evenly across the entire border, and that we're going to inspect it after we pour it. Make sure that the cement is level and even, there's no bumps or divots in there, and that it's going to dry and be mostly flat, or all the way flat. After that inspection is done, we're going to let it dry for about 2 to 3 days. It could take longer than that, but the estimation is around 2 to 3 days for that. The third step is then going to be to assemble the hoop. We're going to dig a 4-foot hole in the ground, and that is about how long we need it to be to insert the pole. We're going to start the pole base by inserting pole A into pole B and make sure that they click into place so that it's stable. Then we're going to insert the pole into the ground, and then we're going to pour the cement over the hole and the pole to make sure that it's stable in there and that it won't be able to move. We are then going to screw the rim into the backboard and we're going to screw it in tight, make sure that nothing can move, that if anyone dunks on it, it won't break or anything. We're then going to attach the backboard and the rim to the pole to finish it up. Make sure that cement is dry first so that it cannot move. Then to finish the hoop, we're going to string the net to the rim and make sure that it looks nice and that it's completely finished. The fourth step then is to remove excess brush around, so any weeds, any tree branches, or any plants in the way. We're going to scope out the area and remove all those. Trim any weeds that are in the way or any branches that are over, as you see in the bottom picture. Anything that interfere with shots or just the overall vision of the court. We're going to cut that out of the way and make sure it looks nice and that it's able to be played on without anything going wrong. The fifth step is then to paint the court lines. This is a critical process because we're going to need to purchase a guider to make sure that the lines are done right. We're going to assemble the guider and use the instruction booklet to make sure it's done right and that the lines can be as straight as possible and done correctly. When using the guider, we're going to paint the lines over the court, and we're going to make sure that they're very stable and that the paint is on thick and it'll dry, and make sure that they're very visible on the court. We're going to let the paint dry after we're done, and we're going to inspect to make sure nothing needs to be done twice and that the lines are visible when playing. The sixth step, and then the end result of this, is going to be we're going to clean up the garbage around the court, make sure all the tools and everything is cleaned up around so we can finish, and then after we're going to inspect the overall court, make sure that the hoops are all good and they're stable. We're going to go over the paint inspection, we're going to go over the lines to make sure that they're thick and that they're even and that they're in the right spot so they're visible, so that when we're playing it's professional and it's good. Make sure there's no flaws in anything. Then we're going to check the cement. Make sure everything is completely level across the entire court. Make sure that there's no bumps or any bad texture across the court, and make sure there's no flaws in the cement. So no cracks or any divots, anything like that in the court. The project management tools that I used through this. I used a WBS chart just to lay out what I thought I needed for all the steps at first. So assembling the hoop, what I might need to do all that, how many people I might need, along with painting the lines and the guiding stick and anything I needed to paint the lines, and then cleaning up and also how many staff members I thought I might need. And then I also did a network diagram chart just to know which steps I need to do first, which ones required to be done first to do the next step, and I had to make sure that I had a good procedure that we could follow along to do this correctly. And thank you for listening to my project.